This is a sample obstacle criteria sheet. You will be given the criteria sheet for your obstacle at the judges meeting, along with other important items on your clipboard. In the top left-hand corner, you will see the host's phone number is listed in case you need to reach out with questions or in case of an emergency. Every obstacle has 3 levels and will be listed here, along with the judging criteria. Each level will have critical elements and possibly minor elements. If the critical elements are not underlined for you, please take the time to confirm and underline them before leaving the judges meeting. This will help you stay consistent with your scores throughout the event. A critical element is defined as a maneuver that increases in difficulty throughout each level, as well as any maneuver that is unique to a certain level. I will show you an example of this in the Preparing to Judge section, and we'll go over this in more detail then. A minor element is not connected to another maneuver and is the same for each level. For example, all 3 levels stop at the end cone. The judging criteria will be listed under the obstacle levels. This is the criteria you will be looking for in your obstacle. The first set of criteria that is listed above the asterisk mark is specific to your obstacle and sometimes is specific to a certain level. The general judging criteria is listed below the asterisk mark and is the criteria you're looking for in every performance. I will take the time to go over the general judging criteria now. Equine should proceed at a rider's cue without hesitation. Any form of spooking, disobedience, stepping away, or refusal is considered lower quality. Equine may regard an obstacle for a moment, but prolonged hesitation is considered lower quality. Riders should have a centered and balanced seat. Riders should have soft hands, seat, and legs. Performance should exhibit consistent cadence for all gaits. Please note that cadence refers to consistency and fluidity of movement. Anytime an equine breaks gait or has choppy rather than fluid movements is considered poor cadence or lower quality. Subtle, refined cues is considered higher quality than obvious cues or harsh use of aids such as reins, bits, spurs, whips, sticks, or the voice. None of these things are against the rules, but the more they use them, the lower the quality. For example, if during a halt you hear the rider say whoa and the equine stops softly, or maybe you saw them pick up their reins to do a slight adjustment or a subtle use of spur or heel, these would be considered subtle cues and higher quality versus if a rider approached a bridge and you hear a lot of verbal cues or used heavy hands or a lot of leg aids. This would be considered obvious cues and would be lower quality. A calm, patient, willing equine is more desirable. Anxious, nervous, or rushing is considered lower quality. A good attitude of the equine is considered higher quality with no excessive swishing of the tail, pinning ears, pawing, kicking, or bucking. Rider is expected to exhibit behavior consistent with the ETS participant pledge. Riders are expected to behave in a sportsmanship-like manner towards their equine, judges, fellow competitors, and the host. Unsportsmanship-like behavior is not tolerated, and for that reason, we don't have much of it. If this should happen, it does affect their score and could potentially get them disqualified. Please document it, score accordingly, and report poor behavior to the host. We will go over obstacle-specific criteria when doing the classroom portion of the judges webinar, and you will have the opportunity to ask any questions then.